We're here with Kayden McDonald, Ohio
K-Mac.
State. K-Mac,
K-Mac.
Ohio State. Soon to be NFL player. Later in his career, he's going to graduate to get in front of the camera as a media dude. But for now, K-Mac, thank you for joining us. It is our honor. And I want to ask you about this because maybe you've heard this, but Randy and I have talked about this a lot. One of the best run defenders in this draft class, maybe the best. How have you progressed in terms of rushing the passer? Because I think you got better as the season went on, and which made me happy to watch you sort of develop in that way too.
I'll say figuring out like instead of pressuring the quarterback, turning it into sacks and just affecting it, like commanding the double teams, freeing up the guys behind me. Because sometimes, like being a nose guard, my stats not always going to show up on the stat sheet. So I'll do my role by winning my assignment and staying disciplined and being that interior disruptor.
And what did Arvell tell us today?
I literally was, and that's exactly where I was going. And I agree with you. The nose tackle is a thankless position, right? You don't always make the stats, but you affect the game. And we had Arvell on earlier. We had Sonny Styles on earlier. And they said we can't do what we do if we don't have Kayden on our team. And he is the guy. He sets the tone up front. He beats up everybody up front and allows us to make plays. So your teammates think the world of you. And so on the flip side, I want to ask you about them. You're here. Sonny is here. Arvell is here. Caleb is here. Kayden is here.
Yeah.
You guys had a crazy good defense. What was it like playing with all those guys this season?
Just really every day, you're going to get those guys, you're going to get the same guy every day. No, those guys, they don't cut corners. And, I grew up with Caleb. And like Caden Curry, he was my D-line roommate. So really just having those guys around and the development and just being a pro, like at Ohio State, we always pride ourselves on it's a standard. And just coming in every day, you can't never have a bad day at Ohio State. So pride ourselves on having a good day every day.
So I've asked a lot of the Ohio State guys this because one of your coaches in the weight room, Kenny Parker, KP.
Yeah, KP.
That was my roommate in college. And so I asked Sonny this, I asked Arvell this. If I take out my phone right now and I call KP, what is he going to tell me about K-Mac?
He's going to tell K-Mac, he's a hard worker. He trusts me to follow his program. And he don't, me and him, we got that brotherly love relationship where if we have a difference, we're going to figure it out, we're going to get straight to it. So him just trusting in me and just me being myself, I be myself and just being the best I can be.
So K-Mac, just so I get it right here, and correct me if I'm wrong, K-Mac, two-time OSU Scholar Athlete and Academic All-Big Ten honoree.
Yes, sir.
Community ambassador for the Ronald McDonald House in Central Ohio. So he has things outside of football, which I told Rand earlier. I always love seeing these young fellas sort of giving back and being as mature as they are. Speaking of maturity, what was it like playing for defensive coordinator Matt Patricia, who has the history that he has in the NFL and the background that he has as defensive coordinator? Was that a big jump? The transition to the NFL is certainly going to be easier because of it, but what did he get out of you that maybe you didn't know was there?
I'll say off the field, mentally, being at ease, knowing everything's going to work out, and just really you having to follow his program. There's only one way to play, and it's violent. And just those guys, he showed us film of Vince Wilfork and all the guys he had and how his defense was. Just really following what he said, and it worked out perfectly.
So you mentioned all of the accolades and honors that he has off the field, and you also talked about it at the start of the show that when K-Mac first came on stage, he told us that one day he wants to be in our seat and be a broadcaster.
Yeah.
So I'm going to scooch over, and now you get to lead, and you get to ask Ryan and I a question. So you want to tee him up like you would tee us up at the start of the show, and then it becomes your show.
Let me say this first. I said he can take my job, and I can be the football player. And what'd you say to that, K-Mac?
Nah, it's past your time. It's a learning progress. You still learning. I'm still learning about the broadcasting, but I got an idea.
But go ahead, you get to ask us a question now.
Rand Carthon, he's a former Gator, played in the league as a running back, former Titans GM. So you can ask him a question like you were reversing the interview process for him when you talk to these teams. What do you what do you want to know from him? He's trying to interview you for a job.
When you were growing up, what type of player were you off the field?
Off the field, I've always been a social person. My stepdad was in the military, and I had to move around every 3 years, and so I always had to be the new guy. So every community I went in, I had to just establish myself and learn the way that they did things. So off the field, I was always a great teammate. I took pride in being a great teammate and being someone that everyone on my team could count on.
And by the way,
I am.
See, that's what we got.
Hey.
But I would imagine if you're an NFL team interviewing K-Mac, that's exactly what you want to hear from a guy. You know about the football stuff, but you have to figure out all the other stuff when you're not at practice or in the games and how he's going to take care of himself and his brothers in the locker room.
Yeah, absolutely. And being a former GM, having, been in these interviews, I cared more about meeting the person.
For sure.
Right? The tape was going to tell me what you could or could not do, but I cared about the person, knowing can I bring you to my city, can I bring you to my state, and be a steward and an ambassador of our organization. And then now I got a game for you. As a defensive lineman, who would you be more excited to sack? You ready?
Yeah.
Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels?
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams or Drake May?
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams or Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts or Aaron Rodgers?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts or Matthew Stafford?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts or Joe Burrow?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts or Josh Allen?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson?
Gotta go with Lamar Jackson.
Lamar or Patrick Mahomes?
Lamar Jackson.
Why Lamar? Real quick. Because he going to make you work for the sack.
Lamar Jackson, I just like his game. He calm and collective like me. He know what he can do. Just
Love
really,
it.
yeah.
Love it, love it, love it.
Kayden McDonald, Ohio State. Can't wait to see you at the next level. K-Mac, thank you for joining us.
For sure. Appreciate it.